Hey everyone, it's John again. I'm going to play grid number 53, number of home runs hit by Matt Alonso in his, was it 2019 rookie season, as well as Chris Davis in 2013. For a while there, I think it was the lowest home run total never achieved. I think that's 55 right now, but for a while there was 53 until Chris Davis hit 53 that one year. I just think those are fun little facts. Anyway, someone will hit 55 sometime. In the meantime, let's play grid number 53. I'm coming off a failure in grid number 350 today. Pirates and Twins. I got Pat Mears right away in the timed round, so I couldn't use him in my rarity round. And I thought, oh man, there was Liriano and Blyleven. And I like looked at the list and like, man, there's a lot of guys on here that I wasn't ever gonna get. Um, but what one good tip that I've got to read up on is Dennis Reyes, journeyman reliever, constantly low. So I'm gonna do that. We'll see if any of these teams work. I might throw Reyes in there if he works for any of the grid number 53 teams. Hit and play, hit and go, and away we go. All right, so that's a Mike Hampton combo. And that's a Zach Greinke combo, as well as a Randy Johnson combo. Let's see. What do we think of Correa? Probably 50%, 60%. Dang. Greg Maddux won a bunch of gold gloves. His buddy Tom Glavine was 1995 World Series MVP. So I gotta keep going here. Let's see, Goldschmidt, I think won a gold glove. Yes. Randy Johnson was very much on that roster. Let's see, Twins. I think Puckett won some gold gloves in there. And Gaetti was on the 87 team. All right. Huge score, 56 seconds or so. Mauer taking the highest total there. Puckett 40, Correa 63%. So I've got 1, 2, 3. I used Randy Johnson over here. Chipper Jones was a rookie on that 95 team, but he was there. Andrew Jones, not a surprise there. All right, let's stop. And I don't really need to reset the clock. I just do. Point of habit. Let's share the screen. And there it is. Play the rarity round. Got some time now. All right. Let's see. I'm feeling like Milwaukee Braves here. So let's go Del Crandall for Gold Glove. On the World Series roster, how about Johnny Logan? Oh, we have to get. Let's do shortstop for the 57 Milwaukee Braves. Goes 0.2, pretty good so far. And while we're doing Milwaukee Braves, let's get Mr. Frank Thomas the first. All right. That is a Jose Cruz Jr. combo. I saw he worked. Someone in the comments for Grid 350 played him for Dodgers Astros. I think it hadn't even registered to me that he was a Dodger, but I know he was a Diamondback and an Astro. So let's get him in there. 0.1. I think I've seen Gold Glove for Arizona. There's not that many options, but I think Gerardo Parra is like a 2 to 3%. 2%. Nice. All right. So World Series, I mean, there's only 25 options. I think at catcher, you're looking at Damian Miller, possibly Chad Muller as the backup. I don't know. Both those guys ended up in Milwaukee a little later on. I think Damian Miller was the starter though. First base, Mark Grace. Second base, Counsell and Jay Bell. Shortstop, Tony Womack. Third base, mostly Matt Williams. Counsell kind of could play all the infield positions. And you got Luis Gonzalez in left, Steve Finley in center, and Reggie Sanders in right field. You get Randy Johnson and Kurt Schilling, Brian Anderson, Brett Anderson as starting pitchers. Yum Yum Kim obviously is the closer. Um, I can't. Mike Morgan, I think was in that orbit. I want to say Mike Morgan might have pitched in that series. He's a immaculate grid superstar. And I think he might have pitched in that series. But I'm not all the way there. So who else might I go with? I think Lyle Overbay might have been floating around. I think a Rubio Durazo might have been floating around. But I feel pretty good about Damian Miller being there. All right, he goes sub one. That's pretty good. You got 25 choices. That's pretty good. All right. And I'll go with another brewer here. Carlos Gomez. 2%. All right. Let's see. Gold Glove for the Twins. I'm not going to hit enter. How long did Mickey Vernon play? I'm not going to choose him. I'm not going to choose him. It's interesting. Mauer took 40, and I think Kirby Puckett. Let's go World Series here. 87 and 91 are your choices. I don't know these rosters as well. I think Jack Morris is going to be popular. Scott Erickson, Kevin Tapani. Um, let's see. Who's behind the plate? Uh, Gaetti was 87. Gagne, I think, works for both teams. Sorry, is that not how you say his name? I think it might be. I think it's actually Gagne, Greg Gagne. Sorry, I never saw him play, or if I did, I wasn't cognizant of it. It's spelled the same as the Eric, but let's see. Other than Puckett, Bradonsky, Herbeck, um, Viola is going to be popular for the 87 team. Blyleven was on the 87 team. So in this case, we have not 50 choices because obviously there's a little bit of overlap. They were only 4 years apart, but I think you probably only are looking at like 5 to 10, probably more like 5 overlap. So 40 to 45 choices here. Tapani actually had the best ERA on that 91 team. Yeah, let's go with him. He goes sub one. Pretty good. And now we need a Gold Glover for the Twins. And this is a little bit of a stumper. I think Gaetti might have won Gold Gloves, but I guess I can't play him. Torrey Hunter won a bunch of Gold Gloves. Jim Cat won a bunch of Gold Gloves. I don't know about Tony Oliva. What about? I don't think Carew did. I think Knobloch did actually. Let's go with Chuck Knobloch. I want to say he like broke a streak, and it's interesting to think about because a few years later he got the yips and was unable to throw to first base. But I think Chuck Knobloch broke a streak while with the Twins, broke a streak of Gold Gloves won by Roberto Alomar. I think he got one in there. It might have been his last year with the Twins in '97. Takes 3%, rarity score 10, only 14 choices, so I'm pretty happy with that one. 25 choices, I was right there. 66 choices for the Twins, which of course I was not considering the 1925 Washington Senators. I did not consider them, which means I guess there was like 9 players, or so I don't know if it was 25 back then, but it was, if you assume they were 25, that takes you to 41, which means there was 9 overlapping players for the Twins. I think Gagne and Puckett were 2 of them. Herbeck was still hanging around. Be interesting, yeah. Come up with the guys who won rings with both Twins World Series teams. Well, hey, I'll take a 10 all day. Pretty decent score, especially, I mean, there's not that many options for some of these. So I feel really good about this category. I feel pretty good about this. I mean, there's only 14 choices. Getting a 3% is not bad. Probably could have done a little bit, but a bit better there. Excuse me, on Astros Twins, but I'll take it anyway. You all have a great rest of your day, and I will be back at it later. Peace.